Hey everyone, and welcome to The Witcher 2 Lorethrough episode 18! I positioned myself in front of Philippa's enclave, and at the moment I turn in this quest, basically, it triggers something, which will eventually, like everything afterwards, will lead to me getting the rest of these a matter of life and death things. Basically. So, that's what we're gonna do. If you do this before you do what I did the last episode, which is getting the whole dream, the smith thing done, then you can't do it anymore. Like at that point, it's not, well, you can, I think you can probably still do it, but it's irrelevant. Like the ending of it is irrelevant, the big secret. But, you know, you'll see, of course. I fail.
You wanted to discuss something?
I always do.
I've got Triss's bandana.
Have you learned anything?
Triss was here. Letho forced her to teleport.
Why would he? There are easier ways to travel.
Two of Letho's comrades, probably those responsible for Demoven's death, were hiding among the Scoia'tael. When it became evident in Flotsam that the Kingslayer wanted to dispose of Iorveth, the Scoia'tael leader gave the order to eliminate them. Letho had to reach the unit before the elven messengers did. He could only do that by teleporting.
I assumed that Triss wanted to teleport to me, but she missed the mark and they ended up in the gullies. What happened next?
Letho left her in a gully, wounded. He probably thought that she'd diversify the local trolls' diet. He himself went to see the elves and massacred the unit with his comrades. They're somewhere on the other side of the fog.
What about Triss?
She escaped from the troll. Everything suggests she's somewhere in the area.
I can assure you she is not in Vergen.
She has to be here. Locate her.
I'll try, but it will take some time. Have you learned anything else?
Okay, so obviously Triss was trying to teleport to Philippa because they are, at this point, still operating as a lodge. Kind of. I will explain that. I'll show you both paths in this playthrough. This doesn't make sense yet for me to explain, but I'll show you both paths. You will eventually get an explanation for this. The whole Serret and Ox thing, Letho's helpers, you don't really get to see what happens around that unless you play Roach's path, so I'm sorry, that's for the next time. But don't worry, it is explained.
Sheila ordered Letho and Triss killed.
I can't believe that.
Believe it. I ran into some mercenaries she enlisted to kill Letho and anyone found with him.
She must have meant the other Kingslayers. Are you sure she knew Triss was with him?
Are you so sure of Sheila? There was something going on between her and Triss. I sensed a lot of tension.
A misunderstanding.
Maybe. Let's find Triss and clear everything up.
I need some time. What's going on out there?
Let's see.
What's going on?
The peasants want to take pitchforks to King Demoven's son.
Why?
The Dragonslayer's servant is spreading rumors that Stennis poisoned Saskia. The commoners are in an uproar. They want to dispense justice.
Where's the prince?
Barricaded himself in his room, guarded by nobles. For the moment, the peasants are still respectful, but they are feverish. A fight is inevitable. Help us out. The situation is dire. I'm going to inform the other nobles.
Okay, so it's not really explained. I know that Geralt just said there's a tension between Triss and Sheila, but the only thing I can think of why there is a tension is because Triss at that point might have realized already that the lodge was sort of keeping her out of their plans. Because there is no real direct tension between Sheila and Triss to speak of, like, oh wow, they are just arch enemies in the books or anything. It's like, Triss is obviously more or less on the side of Ciri and Geralt, and also, yes, still Yennefer. And Sheila is very anti. So Sheila is, she's a total bitch to Ciri, basically. At some point, she has this whole spiel about how she's her own person and everything, and, you know, how she can make her own decisions. And Sheila, haughty as it gets, it's just like, well, you don't, basically she says, you don't know what you're talking about, Ciri. We know best, you know, you're just a young child, you have no idea what you're doing. But she says it in the bitchiest of ways. Like, her phrasing is the worst, and it's more of a veiled threat as well. So it's probably something along the lines of that. But if you think that maybe there's a huge fight between Sheila and Triss in the books, no, they don't battle it out or anything. It's just that. I don't like people like Stennis.
I'm not sure if Prince Stennis is guilty, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was involved.
Power, the object of dark desire.
Let's go, before this dark desire becomes too strong and someone gets hurt.
You go. I'll locate Triss. And should anything happen to Prince Stennis, remember, we need his blood.
I remember.
Yeah, so that's the way that turns out is actually pretty hilarious, but you'll see. Yeah, so this particular quest is why it's important that you do the dream quest first, because it gives you information that you need to make, I don't want to say the right decision, but it is, because like obviously this is a bit of a loaded decision to make in the first place. Oh god, what's the fastest way here again? It's a bit of a loaded decision to make in the first place, but having done this quest, you know the truth. And you'll figure out why, or I'll explain why, because he tells you how everything happened.
They say someone cast a spell.
Well,
and
I
the Virgin
mean...
fell as if
Oh.
dead. Could be. Sorcerers are a plague of the worst kind.
There's like two sorcerers here. Well, technically three, I guess.
The commoners claim it's our prince's doing.
And it is.
Such judgment is above their station.
It's really not, though.
I believe it's Hensel's provocation.
Oh, it must be.
He wants to drive a wedge between us.
I mean, Hansel's a dick too, but I mean, doesn't go that far.
Lords will never be on the same side.
Humans only care how their asses rise as their stations do.
They're playing into Hensel's hands. If they start at each other's throats, we'll have to face the entire amount of Kedwin alone.
You can't mix water with fire.
Now, Saskia could.
Guilt must
And you
be
see what
proven.
they did to her?
Otherwise, it's vigilante justice.
I'll grant you that.
Okay, well, that was a bit of chaos, but at least you got all the text on the screen, so you can just turn off the sound and read it, I guess. Aha, that went well.
Geralt,
Hi.
it's good to see you.
The commoners claim Stennis is involved in Saskia's poisoning. They're looking to slaughter him.
Nobody's maintaining order.
Nobody to keep things peaceful.
Scalen Burden and his dwarves are trying to contain the mob, but they're badly outnumbered.
The plebs will yell a lot, beat someone up, and go home. As peasants do.
That'd be foolish. They're not serfs anymore. The days of them humbly sowing and reaping are gone.
It's true.
Looks like things are getting nasty.
This is one of my favorite scenes, by the way. It's my favorite Iorveth
What do
scene,
you want?
probably, and one of them.
I'm Scalen Burden. I keep order in Vergen.
Or doing a nice job then? Where was you when they poisoned Saskia?
Give us the prince! Get the flails!
Stop!
Iorveth.
Squirrels! Everyone who wants to leave this yard in one piece, keep your hands off your weapons. I don't care if you're a serf or a lord. I'll kill you all if need be.
What's going on?
The servant carrying wine during the feast said that Prince Stennis and Olcan poisoned Saskia. We want justice!
You want revenge. It's not the same thing.
We don't care. Saskia's fallen as if dead, while the poisoning prince and noble lords rush to herd us onto the field and sell us to Henselt. We won't let them!
You lie, Colton. Nobody's being sold out. The poisoner must be caught and tried by law.
Your law? What then? He'll pay a fine and get spanked on his ass? We'll spank him all right, with an axe to the throat!
Where's this servant?
Safe. The Scoia'tael keep an eye on him.
Why is the prince hiding in his house if he's innocent?
Enough! I'll shoot the first to reach for a weapon. Then heads will start falling.
There's more of us. You can't kill every...
Then you'll be first. Now back off!
I love that line! God, okay, I'm such a fangirl, holy shit. Alright, what's your plan?
What's your plan?
I'll frighten them a little. Bleed them if need be. I'll buy you some time, but be swift. I can't hold them off for long. Question the peasants and the nobles, and talk to the dwarves. Maybe you can get to meet Stennis.
Even if he's guilty, I'm sure he's prepared a suitable story.
You'll know how to sort the sheep from the goats. Also, find the servant who started talking so suddenly. You won't have time to talk to everyone, though, that's for sure.
Good.
Okay.
Bloody bastard poisoned the Virgin.
So,
Saskia's on the pier with Henselt at the gates. Wraiths fill the mist and commoners and nobles are at each other's throats. Lovely.
This is nonsense. What would the prince gain?
okay, I'm gonna go talk to the guy instead because like they're just saying the same thing. I'm pretty sure. Oh, shut up! This is also a turning point for this path, the Iorveth path. I'll tell you why later.
Afraid of something?
No, nothing.
You're lying.
I didn't do nothing. Didn't say nothing, don't know nothing, and didn't see nothing.
Really?
I don't want to hurt you. I really don't. But I'll cut your arm off if I have to.
No, no.
Just an
please.
arm. Just one of
So
your
tell
arms.
me what you saw.
I heard the priest talking with the prince. This goody-goody, said the Virgin, is really a beast under her fair skin.
What priest?
Olcan, the one killed.
So there's no way I can check if you're lying.
I swear on my mother's grave I speak the truth.
What else did you hear? Tell me.
I was put in Saskia's room in order when the priest came to the prince's chamber next door. They wasn't speaking loud, but I heard the priest say, just clear the servants from the kitchen. Nothing more. Reverend Olcan, only he could tell you how it was, beginning to end.
The dead aren't very talkative.
What about what they leave behind? There may be clues or some such.
Maybe.
Nobody will believe me anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna make a cut right now because I see a spider and I have to do something about it. I'll be right back. Right, okay, so, this guy is telling the truth. I'm sure you already kind of realized that, but Geralt doesn't have this confirmation, right? But we do, because we were with Olcan at the start, when you play as Stennis and you go up to the summit with Henselt and you hear Olcan talk shit about Saskia. So we already know that this is true. We're gonna go to his house now. I think that is downstairs. That is... yeah, through the gates. I'm pretty sure that's through the gates. And to the left. If I remember this correctly. And don't worry, the spider was small. There's a reason why I didn't flip out. So it should be that house. With the brown door. 99% sure. Alright.
Strange aura.
It is. Okay, cool. So we'll find our final clue here. In his house.
Nothing interesting.
Well, not yet, no. Because there's another piece of paper here that will tell us everything we need to know. And it says wait for events to unfold. This is the cup that Saskia was drinking out of. And you probably remember this. That's right. This is the note that we picked up from the Dwarven Dream Quest. And the Dwarven Dream Quest, it basically leads you to a receipt from Olcan made for this chalice. And the corrupt runesmith was, he was commissioned for this. He probably knew what it was for, but he was corrupt, so I guess there we are. And Olcan, because this doesn't get explained necessarily, at least I don't believe it does, but like this is the entire explanation. Olcan wanted Saskia dead, so Stennis could take over this army and take Edirn for himself, basically, just abuse her, Saskia's revolution, to benefit himself. And that was Olcan's plan. Olcan obviously died, but Stennis already knew of the plan. So Olcan had this cup made, replaced Saskia's own cup with it, which was specific to her. It was made for her specifically. No one else had a cup like this. She was the only one to drink from it. So he cleared out the kitchens, swapped the cup, and laced it with poison. It wasn't in the wine or anything. No, the cup itself was laced with poison because she was going to be the only one to drink from it. And then they would have Saskia drink it, and she should die. She should have died. You'll find out later why not, but she should have died. By all accounts, someone should have died there. But Olcan was obviously dead, so it wasn't him who went through with the plan. It was Stennis. Now, even, because I can hear you think, even if Stennis didn't eventually do the poisoning himself, if he had let someone else do it, he knew about it. He knew that this was the plan. He knew that this was a possibility. So, if he actually cared, he would have told Saskia. He would have told Saskia to check for poison, to check if it was really her cup. Doesn't matter. In any kind of scenario, Stennis is guilty. He is 100% guilty because he, at that point, especially after I killed the runesmith, is the only person left who knew of the plan. And the runesmith was obviously paid to not say anything. You know, now that I killed him, he can't say anything. So Stennis is just the only person left. And he was unlucky enough to have this boy overhear what they were saying. And if you're wondering what kind of conversations you get if you talk to everyone else, it's literally just like, oh, I think he's guilty. Oh, I think he's not. If you go to talk to Stennis, he literally just says, oh, how dare you? And if you ask him for his blood, he's like, oh, how dare you? That's literally it. Stennis is just like probably one of the least interesting characters to me. There is one thing that changes if you make this choice. If you make the choice of, if you make the choice of telling people that Stennis is guilty, there's one difference after that. But I'll tell you when that happens, because you do get notified. I just went in a circle, didn't I? Yes, I did. You do get notified about what that is, but it's not until the next chapter, so keep you posted. And everyone else is just like, if you don't talk to them, you just don't find. If you don't talk to these people, then you just don't find out what actually happened. You just have to guess. It's like, who do you believe? I mean, I feel like almost no one would believe Stennis, but still.
Go get the lads, we won't stand for this.
Oh, my hand!
I'll cut the block off the next man who dares try his luck.
He is not happy about this. Okay, so we can still talk to him here.
Why not? I'm Ogden, a founder. I cast mugs, plates, chalices. You need any, Witcher?
No thanks. The tableware in the council chamber is your handiwork?
It is. Made it back in Mayor Farragut's time. Since then, each and every goblet has hit the floor dozens of times, and what happened? Nothing, because they're steel. My goblets are indestructible, impervious to both the fury of sovereigns and servants who are all thumbs.
Saskia's chalice was new.
Aye, it was. Back in Mayor Farragut's day, a venture Saskia was no more than an itch in her da's breeches.
Was the order for a normal goblet?
Not a chance. It was supposed to be a gift. I ornamented it richly, even on the inside. Not terribly practical, that, as it's hard to get clean. Some scum is bound to remain. But I wanted it looking downright regal, worthy of our Saskia.
The other chalices were not ornamented on the inside?
Course not.
Mm-hmm.
Who ordered the goblet from you?
That goblet was a gift. A way for the folk of Vergen to pay tribute to Saskia. I got the honor of casting and presenting it to our lovely leader. The lass liked it so much, she's not used any other vessel since she received it.
And this is why Olkan in his letter also says, you know, it's way worse than the original, you know, it looks nothing like it, it's a terrible ripoff, but, you know, it'll have to do, basically. Because the terrible runesmith was not only a terrible runesmith, he was also just a terrible smith. Because he tried to copy this guy's handiwork, and he is a master craftsman.
Any chance there could have been two identical goblets?
Why, there's no craftsman that comes close to me in Vergen.
Could someone have tried to copy your handiwork?
Ha! I know of one who's been trying for years, but he's a fumbler, a screw-up. He's not produced one decent vessel. They all look like the work of a drunken elf. Thorax, his name.
You don't say! But he does, because
See you at the inn.
That's what happened.
Have a beer.
It's good to see someone's taking care of it.
Greetings, Gwynblade.
Hi.
Anything changed?
Not really. The peasants keep hollering. The noblemen stubbornly guard their chieftain.
The prince has it coming.
I just wanted to talk to him, you know?
Good.
New quest
Bloody
phase. Find
bastard
a lock
poisoned the
compatible
mountain.
with Thoric's key. Already done.
Saskia's on the
I feel like that would have updated already, right? Didn't that already update? The dwarfs are highly lauded, blah blah blah. Someone could have placed poison in the goblet. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, because that already updated because
The prince has it coming, methinks.
we did that already.
Bloody bastard poisoned the virgin.
I'm just gonna make them shut up for a second. If you don't do the dream quest, that 1000 experience is gone. So that is one thing that you will lose. You do not get that experience if you don't do it before this happens. It's the only way to solve the quest.
Guilt must be proven.
Hi guys.
Things look bad.
Witcher,
The
come over
peasants are
here.
furious.
No, shut up.
They finally have a chance to strike back for all their wrongs.
The noblemen won't yield.
They're a cowardly lot.
They know their heads will follow Stennis's.
It's a deadlock, with the prince's guilt still to be proven.
Yarpin says it's someone from Edirn. Sheldon, on the other hand, would shave his beard if it's not Hensel's spies.
Okay, but they're all wrong.
Anyone reached the prince in his chamber?
Not even close. The nobles guard him like a matron does her ward's hiney.
If the rabble slaughters the prince, there'll be no stopping them. They'll start doing things their own nasty way.
That's why the nobles will support the prince, even if they believe he's guilty.
I'm sure Stennis's hands are dirtier than a peasant girl's fucked in a barn.
I mean, he phrases it oddly, but Zoltan's pretty much right.
Why would Sheldon suspect Henselt?
He'd sooner reach an agreement with Stennis than Saskia. Her death would be very convenient.
Zoltan?
I'm wondering how anyone could manage to poison the wine. Saskia's a quick-witted lass. She doesn't let just anyone near. Someone she knew must have done it.
It's true, you know.
Has Yarpin got any evidence?
No, Yarpin's an old cook and says he's got a feeling. Ploughing soothsayer.
He might be right with those feelings. After all, not just anyone can pass through the Wraith's mist. It has to be someone local.
So it never crossed your mind that Henselt might have sent someone here before those ghosts appeared?
It's true. Zoltan's such a smart lad.
Give us this horplower!
Rolling dung, you son.
Give us this horplower. That's a new one.
Why is he lingering about? Like the stench in a dwarven hovel?
Those witchers be craving gold. This one's sure to say the prince is innocent, then sting Stennis for a pouch.
He better search for a lad who served the Virgin instead of pissing around.
I literally have all the evidence.
Once then with the prince, he'd better take care of the magnets. Throwing
Really?
their weight about too much they are.
I'm not an assassin.
You know Saskia's servant?
Willie of the Oblates. He handled the wine, indeed, but loves the Virgin like a sister and mother put together.
That's awkward.
He'd gladly get quartered for her.
Where's this Willie of yours?
Hiding in his shack, afraid of them lords. Squirrels guard him.
I'm sorry, that's... I'm sorry. I'm 12, by the way. Hi.
The prince stood right next to Saskia during the council. Did he have access to the wine cellar beforehand?
How should I know?
Why flap your mouth then?
The prince is a wealthy lord. Bribing a skivvy to poison the wine is nothing to him.
Just because someone can afford gold teeth doesn't mean they'll pull their healthy ones.
I never got that understanding, but okay.
What's it really all about? Who's backing you?
We want justice.
We don't need no one backing us. We knows what to do.
How would you punish the prince?
If a lad counts hens wrong, he'll be flogged. What should we then do with a man poisoning others?
Kill him.
A land without a ruler is a nightmare.
We have a ruler, the Virgin of Edirn.
It's not certain she'll live.
Then we'll choose another who'll manage. But he must be one of us lads. That way he'll understand us.
And all people is gonna be equal. Our way.
And the non-humans?
We have enough dung on the fields. Let non-humans find a non-human land.
Away with them!
Uh-huh. So, basically, Orwellian future for these lads. Equality, guys! Bye. I don't think I've really... I've just not heard many
Enough of
peasants
this
that I
charade.
like.
Try to be reasonable, folks. Sit down and talk in peace.
We've talked enough. Come on, lads, let's drag the prince from his hovel.
Vergen's not a cesspit for anyone to shit in. There are laws to abide, and Scalen Burden's job is to uphold them.
There's no law allowing a serf to threaten a king's scion. I, Silgrat, brother of Seltkirk, the greatest knight to walk Edirnian land, say so.
Does it matter who was born in a castle and who in a pigsty? Any fool can prejudge and condemn. It's easier to accuse than to prove guilt.
A peasant servant claims that Prince Stennis supposedly attempted to kill Saskia? Why would the prince do such a dastardly deed? Bear in mind how eminent is his lineage.
That's why. The mongrel covets the crown.
Do you even remember how valorous he was towards Saskia during the negotiations with Henselt?
Pretending to be with her, he was, sly fox. Taking the simple peasants in. But us lads ain't so dumb as you lords think.
See for yourselves how the commoners hate the prince, spitting venom like adders. They hatched a plot to dispose of him.
Saskia's servant said that...
Where is this servant, might I ask? If he's got something to say, why does he hide like a thief? The answer is simple. He's a fraud.
He's hiding to save his skin from you, whoresons. Squirrels have to guard him.
One last question. How could the prince poison Saskia? It's a known fact that servants taste wine from the barrels before the virgin sips it.
No need to poison the wine. Smearing the poison inside the chalice would be enough.
I never heard of anyone poisoning a chalice.
But I have.
You haven't heard much then. One of the Emperor's forebears died after sampling some lamb. He was always scared of poison and ate supper with his cook. The murderer spread poison on one side of a knife. Then he cut the meat so that only a small piece was poisoned.
The witch is right. Give us Stennis.
Saskia's got her own chalice.
It was commissioned from one of the dwarves. The order came with a very detailed drawing.
Even so, how did it come into Saskia's hand?
I'm supposed to just say
it's
that,
not
but okay.
clear how the prince poisoned the wine, but that doesn't mean he didn't do it.
Stennis is blowing hot and cold. Everyone knows that.
You were supposed to prove his guilt, not insult him, yokel.
Tell us who else would do it. A peasant wanted to hurt the miss? Never. It's cause of her you noble dogs can't ignore us. A pig won't cut its own throat. A peasant's not foolish enough to raise his hand against his savior.
Perhaps it is no peasant's deed. However, that doesn't mean the prince is guilty, fool.
Answer me this. Was not Stennis' room next to Saskia's? Do not the wines come from his own lice-ridden cellar? Can he not enter the Virgin's kitchen at will? Yes. His serene dumbhead the prince can, curses on his kin. Nobody in Vergen wants to kill Saskia. And even if they wanted, nobody but Stennis could do it.
And Iorveth.
You're wrong, Colton. Reverend Olkin wanted to get rid of Saskia. He thought she was a monster at heart.
Olkin was on Stennis' leash like a dog.
How dare you, lout! Do you imagine if someone sits next to a married lady, he's surely fucking her?
The priest tried to convince Prince Stennis to join the conspiracy.
Is Stennis some dimwit foundling that he dances to a lousy priest's tune? Olcan got what he deserved when Henselt cleaved his head. Now it's Stennis' time.
There is no proof the prince agreed.
The priest asked him for admittance to the kitchen.
So he didn't poison the Virgin himself, but allowed her to be poisoned.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it's like, that's not, like, it's the fact that you can still say that's guesswork, not evidence. Like, yeah, you know what? We would probably say that in our law system, because our laws are just like, well, I don't know. Is that solid evidence? I don't know. But like, there's literally no one else who could have done this. There is no one else. There's Geralt, there's Iorveth, there's Philippa. Geralt and Iorveth only just got here. Philippa doesn't need to poison anybody to kill them. Like, they're just not even thinking about it logically. Even if we didn't have this kind of evidence, they're just not thinking about it logically. And again, like I said, even if Stennis didn't eventually go through with the plot himself, the fact that he knew of its existence and didn't tell anyone makes him a murderer just as well. And after this happening, he must have known that this is what happened in the first place, even if he hadn't poisoned her herself. So, he's guilty. He's just guilty. That's what it is.
It appears Stennis would benefit the most from Saskia's death.
Would. He really would.
Your Highness, this is dangerous.
I am not afraid. Fear is a commoner's trait, unfit for one with royal blood running in his veins. What do you want, to judge me? Is a prince a common thief who steals a dozen eggs at the market? You stand before royal majesty.
Gwent.
And you raise your hands against it. In this world there are crimes that can be forgiven, and crimes that, by any means, cannot. Just as a mother killing her own child, or a man slitting his own brother's throat cannot be forgiven. A crime against one anointed by the gods themselves also cannot be condoned. He who raises hand against divine right is not worthy to walk this world.
And what about he who poisons the Virgin of Eden?
Firstly, Saskia is alive, so no one can blame me for her death. Secondly, you have no proof that it was I who tried to murder her. And thirdly, I assure all gathered here, I won't rise above the law. However, only she, the Virgin of Eden, can judge me.
Can it? And if Saskia won't get well, who's gonna judge you?
I believe she can be cured. But if the gods decide otherwise, we'll summon a coven of the wise who can pass just sentence.
Those are words worthy of a true sovereign.
I am the one you should look to for guidance. Let my deeds be the flame that lights up your darkness.
Nice one. Words don't happen like that, man. Okay, so, Prince is guilty because we know that, but yeah. There are consequences to everything that you do. And I'll tell you about that later, but as in everything with The Witcher, neither choice is really perfect. There are bad sides to both, but I think, honestly, overall, for the country's health, I suppose, I feel like a lynching would be a bad idea is the better option. However, given that The Witcher 3 happens just after, none of it matters. Okay.
You didn't say a word about your guilt or innocence. You demand justice. You want to summon a coven of the wise. But who will sit on that coven? Any peasants? No, only people you'll nominate yourself. Lords whom you'll reward with lands for reaching the right decision. Such men are to decide if you're guilty? No, you are guilty, Prince. You know you are.
It's true. And then he's just like, okay, fine, I guess I'm guilty. I'll walk forward and die. That's literally what happens. Like, I don't know who made Geralt the judge in this case. It's like, oh, The Witcher says he's guilty. Kill him! Kill him, lads! Just get those pitchforks! Like, it doesn't necessarily make sense because I'm a Witcher. I don't have that kind of power. But I guess in this case I do. It shouldn't be, but I do.
The nobles won't forgive them that.
Thanks for the blood.
They're a cowardly lot. Yelping's all they're good at.
It's true.
And backstabbing.
And backstabbing.
By Stennis's example. His filthy life wasn't taken in vain. Eilhart will get royal blood, and Saskia will be cured.
We need to hurry. We can't keep peace in Vergen with strength alone.
Anything's possible using strength. One just has to know how to use it.
That's your credo?
Saskia's the best leader I know, but she can't hope to defeat Henselt with this rabble.
What do you intend to do?
I'll get reinforcements. The Scoia'tael are more numerous than you think. Time to summon them. I'll leave shortly.
You won't get through the fog.
I don't intend to. Mountains may stop human armies, but not the Scoia'tael. I'm going south.
Will you be back in time?
I have to. Va fail, Gwynblade. Don't lose hope.
Okay, so what you need to know about what just happened with Iorveth leaving. If you pick Roach's path, that doesn't happen, and that's not a spoiler for Roach's path. It's obvious that whatever Geralt's side picks wins. So, in this case, obviously, you know, because I'm with Iorveth, things will happen differently, and there's like, if you're not here, I'm not here to solve this case. I'm not here to deal with Stennis and, you know, fix all that shit. So it's not like, oh, wherever Geralt fights, that's why they win, because Geralt is such a good fighter. Like, no shit, it helps, but it's because Geralt just changes the flow of the story, you know what I mean? Because in this case, Geralt was out trying to figure out what was going on, and Iorveth was standing around here like, okay, I'm gonna shoot someone if they don't do what I say, basically. And while standing around here, he's like, wait, these are not actually good soldiers, are they? Which he wouldn't have done if he was the one trying to figure shit out. So on Roach's path, Iorveth doesn't leave to get more soldiers. He doesn't do what he just did. Because he doesn't know that it's necessary. And that's the turning point in the entire, this side of the story, this path, the Iorveth path, is the fact that he does or does not go to get more soldiers. I won't tell you how it plays out, obviously, but now you know. And this is Stennis's room. Ah, come on. It's not a very good room, to be fair. Thanks for the orens. Thanks for the sword. Oh god, that's not what I went to examine at all. I don't think it's actually a very good sword, but... What are you like? No, you're not a very good sword at all, are you? I mean, it's nice that I have them, but... Let's see, are you better? +2 armor. I'm not really using blade oils, am I? No, I'm not. Yes, let's have more load. I can't read that without laughing. Wait. Am I still wearing those boots? What is wrong with me? Did I accidentally wear those, or what is this? Because, damn. Okay, why did nobody yell at me for that? Because you told them not to. Okay. Yeah, just checking. You never know, right? Yeah, I don't want this one, do I? What did you look like? Does it make me look dashing? The answer is a resounding no. Alright, wear the Tyson armor. Ditch this shit. Do we want to sell it instead? We want to sell it instead. Okay. Right. So, we've basically done all of the side stuff, except for obviously the Harpy contract. I'm tempted to just ignore that because it's so obnoxious to run back. But these things we can't do, obviously. This is like the main quest of everything. So this is basically what we're going to do now. This entire Where's Triss Merigold, and, you know, helping with the matter of life and death is going to get us hatred symbolized, and, you know, it's all kind of linked together. Which means we're going to go and find Philippa now. I don't think this even points to her, but yeah, we're going to give her the rest of the items that we just hooked ourselves up with. And that should get us to the next part of the quest. I think that's actually also already here. I may be wrong. I am definitely wrong. Am I wrong? Yeah, I'm definitely wrong. Okay, let me just hop skip to Philippa's alley. Sorry. Or is that already here? Oh, it is. Okay, never mind. No cuts needed. Wow, is this like the episode where I have the least cuts in the world? Normally I skip out all the boring stuff for you guys. You're welcome, by the way. Hi, demonetization!
I tried locating
It's me again!
But the mist disrupts the megascope. There's a weak signal nearby, probably on the other side.
In the Kedweni camp?
You'll have to pass through the mist.
I like how just after talking about cuts, there's like, it's 11 at night right now, they're doing garbage disposal outside. It's like, I guess I have to make a cut.
There's no time to lose.
I'm continuously scanning the battlefield. I'll show you the way through. I'll find you when you enter the mist.
Farewell then.
Alright, so now we're gonna go for the Rose of Remembrance. Which... I think that's the last thing we need to cure Saskia. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, because we got the blood, the dream. Oh, I didn't give her the dream yet. Hold on. Let me give you the dream. Real quick. No, don't sleep. Sleep is for the weak.
You wanted to discuss something.
Always. It's probably like the fact that your nose is consistently stuffed.
Your friend Sheila is conniving with Henselt.
I know this, Witcher. But it's no cause for concern. Sheila is there to ensure Henselt doesn't fall prey to the same people who killed Foltest. We don't want him as sovereign of the Pontar Valley, but we also don't need Kedwen to descend into civil war.
This is actually true. She's actually telling the truth. You know.
I found a stolen dream. It seems powerful. I think it's a dragon's dream.
Excellent. That should do nicely. Come back and see me when you have the remaining ingredients.
It's now. Wait, come back.
You wanted to discuss something.
Yeah, steal your stuff nose.
I found an immortelle.
Excellent.
She's so happy with me. Okay, so that's all of them. Then we get the rose, and that is, like I said, the last part. I'll just hop skip over there. That I will skip again. Be right back. Right, and here we are. No, I'm gonna ignore all of you. Leave me alone. Leave! Leave! Thank you. Much obliged. Just step on over here, shall I? Oh, actually. I said this, but... Alright, hold on. Can I do it now? No? Yes, thank you. I have not actually leveled up in... I have 16 talent points, and I was just like, ah! Why are things dying so slowly? I don't know why. I'm sorry. I apologize tremendously. Alright, we'll get, let's see. Did I actually check? Yes, I did. Alright. We don't really need the rolling as such. I don't want to counter anything because I don't like countering anything. But we do want this, which is just straight up health. I think we can get this too. Yes, we can. Damage reduction, hell yes. Chance of all critical effects, hell yes. I think, yeah, the instant kill's nice, but I do really like the whirlwind. So I'm just gonna get that straight away. Alright, so now we have the group finishers, and those are actually fun. Like, we didn't have an adrenaline before. Basically every tree has a bar that lets you do something special. For example, I actually like the magic one best. If you get the adrenaline one for this one, where is it? Is it this one? Yeah, no, the heliotrope sign. Which allows you to stop time, basically. Well, not entirely stop time, but it slows down time in like a bubble around you, which is great. Because at that point, your magic is also recharging, and you can keep fireballing everything that's moving in slow motion, which also charges the heliotrope sign again. It's actually a really fun build, but yeah, I did that one last time I was going around, so... do I actually care about instant deaths? I feel like I'm just gonna build up for the final fight and nothing else, but I think this is fine for now. I'll have a look at the rest afterwards. Also, hold on. Yeah, we didn't want parry, did we? No, okay, so this'll do for now. It's okay, Geralt. You're strong enough. Look at my health bar. Look at that health I'm missing. It's because I didn't have any. Oh boy, Jinzi. What are you doing to poor Geralt? Why do you hate this poor boy? There she is. Alright. We don't have to do the eternal battle yet. We're just gonna very slowly move across the battlefield. Yeah, you've already seen this happen. This is literally the same as at the start. You know, where you have to do it with Stennis and Saskia and whatever. So I'm just gonna skip this because this is literally all it is. This is the scene. Be right back. Here we are again. Can't see her transform.
I can go no further. If Deathmold senses my presence...
He'll be very upset.
How will I get back to Vergen?
I'll wait nearby. Hurry.
Okay, there's something we need to pick up here. Because we only have the chance to do that during this particular moment. Shilad Fitzustilid's order. We'll read that too. That's the guy who you meet at the start of the game. You know, the Nilfgaardian ambassador who's talking to Foltest and all that. To all unit commanders, by order of His Imperial Majesty, I hereby command the capture of the sorceress Triss Merigold, considered to be at large in Upper Edirn. The sorceress should be brought to me alive and in secret. Not a single hair is to fall from her head. Shilad Fitzustilid. Okay, so you'll figure out what happened with that order later, but yes. Shillard is also after Triss. And that is... No, actually, I can't tell you that yet. I'll tell you that later. It has a very good reason. Oh my god, there's so many posters here, and one of them is me! Look, it's me. And it's a really, really bad drawing of Saskia. Like, holy shit. It's the worst drawing of Saskia I have ever seen. I mean, Geralt and Iorveth are rough, but... Whew. take his stuff. See, Geralt is me.
I knew it. Damn, I knew it was you. When the mist started whirling, I told the boys, it's Geralt of Rivia, or my name isn't Vernon Roach. Friend of yours? Just found him. He was already dead. Interesting. Dressed like a Vergenni. You almost made it through the fog.
Almost.
What's your business here?
See, I can be a dick and say none of yours, but I actually like Roach, so I'm not... I know this is like controversial because everyone thinks I hate Roach because of the whole Iorveth thing, but no, I actually I like him.
Triss is somewhere nearby. Still looking for your sorceress. If she came here, I'd know about it. She's got to be here. Philippa Eilhart located her. Well, it seems you met the whole menagerie.
I did.
Will you abandon them too when things get hot? You made your choice. Fled with the elves while Vess almost died at that Horson Laredo's house.
See, if you just say, help me, he doesn't say the whole menagerie thing. He just immediately gets angry and says, you fled, you know? You can tell because of the whole voice tones and whatever. What happened? Well, you actually get to find out, but you know.
Is Vess all right? What do you care?
Care
you could
a
have all
lot.
died while you played at being a squirrel.
I mean...
I'm not one of your men, Roach. I didn't betray you. I didn't say that. But you thought it. You and your men against the whole world. Those not on your side are against you. Don't you care about Voltest's death anymore? The assassin kidnapped Triss, remember? Help me find her, and I promise I'll keep the word I gave you in the dungeons of Lavalette Castle. I don't know why I'm doing this.
I don't know either, Roach. Like, at this point, you shouldn't trust him.
If Triss is anywhere in the area, it can only be one place. At the rear, near the riverbank, the Nilfgaardians have set up their camp. Nobody can enter it. You can get there either via some caves or by sneaking through the main camp. I'd forget the gates. Believe it or not, the whorehouse is where you need to go to enter the caves. The ladies thought they'd use that passage to service the knights and nobles, but some monsters have their lairs there. If you've had your fill of whores and monsters, to the east there's a path that leads along the riverbank. That'll get you near the canteen. You'll have to sneak the rest of the way from there. Thanks, Roach. Hey, I'll hold you to your promise.
Okay, so usually I go through the whorehouse. I'm pretty sure you almost always have to pay a bit of coin to get in there. But honestly, I can tell you right now, the sneaking sections are just stupid in The Witcher 2. I'm sorry, City Project, but sneaking through Henselt's camp is just... It's like, at best it's boring, and at worst it is tedious as hell. Because they sometimes just see you even though they're definitely not meant to see you there. So... hold on, let me open the map here. There is... yeah, we're not gonna go there yet. I believe it is this way. I believe it is over here. We're just gonna go over there and fetch through the gullies. Like, this entire area, there is more stuff there. And there's a house there somewhere that has a quest, which is for Chapter 3. Are we all surprised? I bet we're all surprised. I'm gonna go and see and find it. It might take me a little bit. I think I know mostly where it is, but... yeah, skip. Look, they're fighting. We hate everyone involved in this battle. I just want to point that out. I just want to point out that they're talking to monsters right now. They're telling a monster... they're talking to a monster and asking whether or not they're dying. Which is hilarious on a whole other level. Really. Go away, I was watching the carnage. Okay, I want to see who wins, and then I can kill everyone else who's left. Oh, for goodness sake. I wasn't even talking to you! I will not give up a chance to kill some Kedwenis. No one ever does. Hey, how's it going, guys? Ah, I see some wraiths. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Going badly, then. Ooh, going terrible. Well, you're not even trying. I know they have shields, but damn. You could explode on top of them. Go, Team Rotfiend and Wraiths! That one's just yelling at him. I need a t-shirt that just says sports. Or in this case, I guess, murder. Just murder. Because I don't know what kind of murder they're doing right now. I think the monsters are gonna win. Wait, why are they fighting each other? Oh no, that's a specter. Oh, it's also a wraith. Okay, cool, 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 cool. I'm gonna kill this guy now and just explode everything, I guess. Because I wanna, you know, I can always still kill the Kidwini. I have that option. I don't want to eat shit and I don't want to die. No, I don't want to use my adrenaline either. That's such a waste. Oh, there's another one. Hold on, let me just kill you too. Oh wait, I'm not allowed to?
I wonder how many more will turn up.
Stop talking about shit eating! Okay, someone got hurt at least. I feel like I should just be allowed to kill here, but yeah, this is at the entrance of the gully. I'm sorry, I thought that was a pretty good match. Hello! Yes, I don't often run into this guy, but when you do, you just, yeah. You don't really have much. I'll show you X, actually. Here, this is X. Now he's dead. I know. I too was excited. Oh god, I have to... Well! That didn't happen! Okay, I don't really want to toss that because it's like nice. I don't want to toss that either because it's nice. Everything I have is nice. Which one of you is just heavy? Oh yeah, no, I can toss you. Oh, I need more. I need you too. Why do I have this many trophies? Don't even question it. No, that one's special. Ah, damn it. Oh, there's another one. Necker trophy, yeah. Buy my trophies! Get one free! Why do you have all these, Geralt? You wonder, as you look at his bag, overflowing with nothing but tongues and claws. Troll lair. Not as fancy as the last one, but hey, okay, anyway. I'll go back to skipping until I find that little house. It's the last thing I want to do today. Yeah, I think I found it. I'm pretty sure it's this house. So, hold on, I'll go and discover it. So you can see exactly where it is. Perhaps you're like, ah, I want to know where that is. It is here. Right there. But the entrance is like here, just past like this is Roach's camp over here, by the way. Don't worry, we'll go and see about that in a minute or two. But yeah, it's not actually in the house that we need to be, I don't think. Because I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, it's this. It's a secret! Very secret tunnel. It's extremely secret. Don't think I've ever seen something so secret. And inside of it is another secret. Oh, we're just overflowing with secrets today, aren't we? Okay, so. Oh god, no, that's not what I meant. Right, so I found the graves that I was looking for. Not a note. This is technically Roach's side of the story. So you do get told where exactly to look if you play Roach's story. Because this zone is part of a different quest. I know, this is gonna get a little bit weird. But if I don't do this now, I can't do the next quest on Iorveth's path. So, these are the graves. And they, as you can see, they have like symbols carved on top of them. And they basically represent each candle. And I think the one we're looking for... I just need, I think it's actually Malgut. I'm pretty sure it's Malgut. Like, these were, yeah. I might have to do this a few times, but I'm pretty sure it's Malgut. So it's down, middle, up. Let's see if we can remember that. I don't want to find a way. I want to go down, middle, up. Geralt. You could just leave it open. No one's going to go in there. It's not like they want to be there. Nobody wants to be there, Geralt. It's just us. Alright. So, let's see. Down. Oh, I already did that one right, did I? Down. Middle. Up. And it is. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. There should be... There's Malgut's notes. Ah. Yeah, it is this one. Okay, so we can't read this yet because this is a... I can spoil this right now because it's like a side thing, basically. This is the Vran language. The Vran are the lizard men from a bygone past, a bygone era. Huh? They are long extinct by now. At least, as far as we know, they're long extinct. And this is their language. And this is part, I think, of a password that you have to like do backwards. There's like a whole thing about it. It was actually kind of difficult to decipher when the game first came out to figure out how this worked. But yeah, that is something, again, from Chapter 3. We're just building up to Chapter 3 at this point. All right. And in the next episode, we're going to go through the whorehouse's ladders and figure out where Triss is. And I think we'll probably get to the Battle of Vergen and maybe even Chapter 3, where apparently everything happens. So, I'll see you next time.